What's going on YouTube? It's Shot by Zai, and this is our 2009 Dodge Charger Pursuit. And if you've been watching my videos, you guys know that in the last video we went out to LKQ to go ahead and pick some parts for this 2009 Dodge Charger, because there was some things that I said that it needed, because it's hard to find some of the factory OEM parts that basically get old over time, just like something like this. I forgot to actually grab one of these, but today we'll be focusing on installing these steering wheel controls I also grabbed from a Chrysler 300C. These are actually from a 2005 Chrysler 300C, so I'm hoping that they would still work, but since everything that I'm finding online about everything should be the same, because this is a 2009 Pursuit, so the steering rack, or the clock spring I mean, and then the cruise control stock and all that should be the same as from 05 to 2008, and I think that's when they changed it to the one that's over here, and it's like a shorter, thicker one. So finally, once we install these, if they do work, we'll have to program them with Alpha OBD to activate them. But then hopefully at that point, we'll be able to actually use our SRT gauge cluster up here and actually go through the different SRT page menus and all that. And then we'll be able to obviously control the volume button on the music and changing it from the aux and all that stuff, hopefully. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this steering wheel off so we can take care of that. And first things first, since we are going to be removing the airbag, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the battery just so we don't mess anything up. So to take the steering wheel off, we'll need a 10mm socket to get these two bolts off back here. Once you get those two screws out, this should pop up. And like that, we got our airbag out. All right, so now we got the airbag off. You're gonna have to go ahead and take out the old harness, which is gonna be this one that plugs into the airbag, and then this also that plugs into the airbag, because this one that I got from the other car is gonna replace that. It's got the additional two harnesses for the buttons. It's got the airbag one, which is that two-prong right there. And then this white one is obviously this white one right here. There's the old one. And now I'm pretty sure I got it ran the way they had it for the most part. At least this is where the factory one goes, and the airbag is coming out where the factory one goes. Now the only thing left to do is to go ahead and pop these covers out right here on the side so we can put the buttons in. So there's one. Damn, I cut myself.
A few moments later.
And now we reached this point. Instead of tightening everything back up, let's go ahead and hook the battery up and make sure everything's working fine. And then we can go ahead and program the system. All right, so the horn's not working, and neither are the buttons. Oh shit. It must have took a second. I don't know. But let's go ahead and program it so it's not, you know, acting up. All right, so we got our trusty old Alpha OBD started up. We'll go ahead and connect. And we'll head over to active diagnostic. Car configuration change. And then we just gotta find the steering wheel controls. Remote steering wheel switches. Hit set. Oh shit, look, volume's working. There we go. All right. We ain't got navigation, so I don't think that one's gonna work. Change the radio. So since they're working, that means we can go ahead and tighten everything up, and then we can go ahead and play with them some more here in a second.
Wrong.
Well, I guess I talked too soon, you guys, man. I don't know what happened, because now, even though everything is basically programmed, which we can go to the log and see. I didn't even run a log this time. There we go. As you can see, we got remote steering wheel switches set to 1, even though they were already on. And then if you go back up here, we got the compass temp display present, remote steering switches still on, EVIC on. But yet they stopped working, and you guys seen they were working earlier, so they won't change the volume, they won't change the music, nothing like that. My horn won't work. And then when I disable the steering wheel switches inside of here, my horn won't shut off now, which is weird because it wasn't doing that before. So I mean, obviously it's getting some type of signal. What am I looking for? Body computer. So yeah, we go back over here. The horn won't work, but we can get it to work through here. But then we go to car configuration change, and I don't know what else to do because everything's enabled. So honestly, I'm not sure right now, but they are in. I'm reading online, it could be the clock spring, but that makes no sense because everything is lined up correctly. I mean, obviously everything lines up correctly, but all the pins and stuff are all going to the same thing. They got the same wires as far as I know. So I'm confused on what's going on here, especially because they only worked for a second and then they stopped working. So that's frustrating.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So upon further investigation, I didn't pay attention to some things, which obviously I should have. On the factory harness, as you can see, it's just the one that goes to the horn, and it has 2 wires, one tan and then one tan with a green stripe. But the harness that I swapped in has those same 2, but it has a new orange with a tan with the orange stripe. And that is being matched up with this tan wire over here, which actually wasn't going to anything before in the factory harness. But now it's matched up with the tan with the orange stripe. But then that goes up into both the steering wheel controls on both sides, which I don't know if you can see, but that's the only wire that both of them share. But then it's weird because then the horn wire changes from tan up to these 2 colors, which then run down into this, because on the horn wire here, you see it's just tan and then tan with the green stripe. So basically then when I plug it into here, it's going into 2 tans, which is going into the horn. So long story short, man, I'm guessing apparently once this wire runs up into the clock spring, is either going to be the clock spring isn't the right one that it needs, or it's going to be the steering control module, which is like back here in the shaft. So I'm not sure which route I'm going to have to take at this point, because online I'm looking and it's saying that obviously you got to get like the steering wheel control module and stuff from a 2008 or 2009 or 2010 Charger, basically. And that way it can properly pass through the signals and stuff for the buttons, which is, I guess, why it worked earlier for a second and then stopped working, because I guess it got a signal, it worked, and then it found out the signal wasn't correct or reading right, so then it stopped working. And that's why my horn stopped working too. So there's a couple ways that, like I said, we can go about this, which would be swapping out the clock spring and then the steering control module back in the shaft with one from a 07, 08, 09, or 10, I guess. But finding the cars from '08 to 10 that have the steering wheel control buttons are going to be hard because they're already going to have the updated cruise control, which they swapped it from over here on the left side down here to the right side. And I guess it's either electronic or it's adaptive or something like that. But basically, it's going to have the upgraded cruise control, so it's going to have a different harness that connects into the horn and stuff, because it's going to have a fourth connection, or fifth connection, I guess, that goes into that cruise control stock. So I don't know, man. I might try and go back and get the Chrysler 300's stuff that I got the actual buttons from, because obviously if it worked on that, it should work on this. But knowing my luck at that point, we're probably gonna have some more issues with the wiring. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna do some more research. At least we can say we got them in. The only thing I'll have to do at this point is probably swap out the harness, maybe. But if not, we're just gonna have to swap out the, like I said, the clock spring and the steering wheel control module. That way we can make it easier. Or we just gonna have to go ahead and grab some 2009 buttons, 2009 harness, 2009 clock spring, all that stuff. So we'll see about that. But we got them in for now. At least y'all can see we're making progress here. So I'm probably gonna have to make another video of us actually figuring out the issue. But this video will be installing the steering wheel buttons on my Dodge Charger Pursuit, because it's done for the most part. So if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got some more stuff that we got to do. And obviously we're going to get to figuring this out here shortly, because I need it, bro. I'm trying to get these SRT pages and stuff up here, because that'll just be dope. But without yapping too much more, man, like I said, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you on my next video.